Hello, classic Ford fans. We have this West Coast Choppers Jesse James Ford Coupe here from Muscle Machines. And this is one of these low riding adjustable suspensions. That's what this little slam sticker says. Ages for 8 years and up. And I'm looking for like a date. 2004 it says here. I'm not sure if you can read that, but alright, let's get this guy open. So I don't know why they don't write a year Ford Coupe, but it turns out I believe this is a 1937 or a 1938, because if you look at the images back here, they have these blended in headlights. You know, they're not separate headlights in a separate binnacle. So there's a little trading card here, but such a wasted opportunity. If you're going to print both sides, why wouldn't one side give some sort of story about this car, that, you know, what it is and what Jesse James did to it? Well, so, yeah. Now, obviously this has been customized. I'm going to guess that's a standard height roof. But, you know, this one's got a chopped roof. And then it definitely has this tall grill, but it's not fading back so much as like in this photograph here. See how it's much deeper on the top than the bottom, but this one's relatively even. So anyways, I think the inspiration is from the 37 Ford, but the final product is a Jesse James sort of design. So Muscle Machines here has this nice metallic purple. I like it. I like the flakes on it. It looks very shiny, very cool. And then we have these white wall tires, and they're actually, the white wall is actually pretty round, at least on that side and this side. So well printed tires, very nice. The wheels themselves, I don't know if those are steelies. Yeah, I think they're steel wheels. I think those are the lug nut details, but it's supposed to be like a stamped steel wheel. That's what I think. I mean, it's from a 1937, so I guess that would make sense. It's just that the hubcap covering up the lug nuts fell off. Okay. Alright, so we have some external door hinges, you know, protruding. And then it looks like the top half is a separate piece. Oh, maybe Muscle Machines put out like a regular roofed ones and also a convertible one, you know, which is the windshield. So they have a modular system here. Well, it's definitely noticeable as a separate piece, but the gap isn't as bad as it could be, so not so bad actually. Going to the front, we have the, well, you know what? These aren't really blended in. So maybe this is a different Ford. I thought these were blended in. It was hard to see through the packaging. But nope, these are not. So I'm not sure what Ford this is at all. What do you guys think? Oh, well, you know what, though? Look at this. Going back to this image, though. Those headlights aren't blended in either, and it says 1937. So who can you trust? I don't know. Definitely you can't trust me, but I can't even trust the internet. So that's some sort of chrome paint. It's actually not silver, it's chrome. You can see the reflection here. Look at that. Alright, so interesting. Okay, the grill is a separate piece. It's got nice ribs and stuff, and it looks like there might be a black wash in the vents, so that's cool. And then I back out because I think this hood opens. Oh boy, that's really gappy. Luckily it's a dark car, helps hide it, but even with the dark car, it's very gappy. And it opens up this way. Interesting. That's a first for me. Okay, well, it's a chrome engine. I don't know. I'd just rather not even have an engine and just have the outside look nice. Look at this. What the heck? Yeah, so that's really gappy and disturbing. It's not so bad on the side, but that top one's not good. Okay, continuing to back here, we do have this, I'm gonna guess that's a fuel filler cap. And then that's a West Coast Choppers logo, the Iron Cross. Really tiny window back there. Cast is in rumble seat, I'm gonna guess. Maybe a seat pops up here. Look at this speckling. This is really cool paint. It's nice. Okay, taillights here. They're just casted in, but they're painted silver and red. Seems okay. This bumper might be a separate plastic piece because there's obviously air passing there. It's pretty thin. It's got some lightning hole marks here. No paint though. And then this must be the exhaust, like a flattened slot. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we got the screwed together base front, and there's one under that suspension there. It's interesting, the suspension is a different piece. Yeah. Oh, because it moves. I forgot about that. There's also silver paint here on the exhaust, and then it says Ford Motor Company, but not the year. Would have been nice if it said that. And then it says 2004, Funline, Muscle Machines, all that stuff. So the treads look period correct. They look old school, and I think the width of them looks pretty good. So I'm assuming that's the, I don't know if that's the stock ride height or not. Nope, that's the high rise. Look at that. So that's a normal forward riding stance. And the suspension is joined. You notice I just moved the front, and it moves the rears automatically. This one mechanism works well. Very cool. Yeah, so that's neat. If you want to customize it, though, it'd be hard to get a screwdriver past this piece here, because the interior is black. Now I'm debating repainting this. I don't know. Let's open this guy up. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, that one's tight. Oh, you know what? With the wheels down, it doesn't cover up the screw head so much. So keep the suspension riding high, and you can access that screw no problem. Okay. Always use the right size screwdriver, or you might strip the head. I feel like I got that out. They're both out. Maybe there's some paint making it stick together. Or what if I push down on the engine? Well, I want to scratch that engine, so I got a wooden toothpick here. I don't even see where this body line breaks. This is interesting. You see the bottom here? There's no break here. This vertical wall looks like it's part of this casting. So I think this whole bottom is one piece of metal, and then the body on top of it is a separate piece. Yeah. But oh, the grill might be trapping it. See, I think I wiggled it. I think this toothpick, where'd you go? I think this is the brake right here. So yeah, I see the back is starting, it wants to come off, but the front is being trapped by the grill, I think. So I don't want to break that apart. That's too bad. It would have been nice to have the interior like a light color. Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. I tried. So the interior window, the window is just so thin that, let me get a flashlight anyways, we'll try. So there's a steering wheel. I think the interior might actually be blue. Well, no, maybe that steering wheel is blue, but the seats are black. I think the floor could be blue as well. I don't know. It could be a reflection on that side glass. Thankfully, there is no side glass on the main window here. It's just the rear quarter window has got some. Let's try looking through the other side. Looks like there's some dashboard details, but hold on. It's so hard to hold this object with one hand. Then head to focus. Yeah, it looks like there's some dashboard detail. Like even a different color maybe, like silver paint there. Yeah, so it's a nice interior, ribbed seats and all that stuff. It's just a shame that it wasn't more colorful so you could see it better. Alright, let's take a look at a couple other castings here. Sorry, losing focus all the time. Zooming in, zooming out. Yeah, my smartphone just isn't that smart. I don't think it was never designed to do YouTube videos of diecast cars, right? So here's my other West Coast Choppers low riding thing, and this mechanism's a little tougher to operate. I don't know, I think I just totally jammed it up in there. So I think that's the high position. That's the low position. It's definitely much lower riding, it looks like, and it's got smaller like Dayton like wheels. This one I put a sticker on. It's a 57 Nomad. It just said like Chevy Wagon on the packaging, right? So that doesn't help you. So two totally different looking rides. I don't know if these are to scale. Probably not. I have a hard time thinking. Well, what do you guys think? You know, is a 37 Ford that big compared to a full-size station wagon? So I think this might be scaled too big, and this might actually be scaled too small. That's what I'm guessing. But oh well. So now I have to know. So looking up at 37 Ford, the wheelbase is 2845. Let's measure this thing. I guess I'll measure the actual wheels. No, a little too much. It's around center to center, 50.3. So divide this by 50.3. 156. Huge. As suspected. Okay, now I also looked up the Bel Air over here. So the Bel Air is the Bel Air wagon, that is 2921. I don't know if it's the wagon or not. Let's try it. 2921, and then divide. By 44.5, so I know this is too small. No, I'm wrong. Well, it is small, but not by a drastic amount. It's like 165, 166 scale. Well, my hypotheses were correct. And yeah, they're both out of scale. They never claimed to be in scale. So that's what's happening. One other lowrider I'll put out here is this Auto World, and we know these are to scale. And then also a green light, but a more modern green light. This is a Caprice. What is it? 86 Caprice. Let me line all these up actually so we can compare the scales better. So, yeah. I kind of feel, yeah, Muscle Machines is definitely out of whack. Too small, too big. Alright. Alright, so I didn't even talk about the car at all. I was just thrown by the low riding suspension. And actually, let's take a look at it again. That would have a better... You know what? Actually, let me get this roll of tape. It'll be even higher. So, that's the normal riding stance. Low riding stance. Very cool. Yeah, definitely effective. And it doesn't actually touch the ground. Comes pretty close, but it doesn't touch the ground. So I like that. Oh, I didn't even speak about the car though. So a 1937 Ford cost $850 back then, which is around $16,000 in 2021 dollars, according to Wikipedia. They could have been powered by a choice of V8s, either a 2.2 liter making 60 horsepower or a 3.6 liter making 85 horsepower. Rear wheel drive, of course, but all these cars were rear wheel drive. Okay, well, that's it then. For Muscle Machines, I gotta say, it's a flawless execution. There's nothing quality control wise that's wrong. So Muscle Machines does a good job on QC. Granted, I don't have too many of them. It's just, I think I could have done away with the engine opening thing. At least to their credit, the side opening hood is pretty interesting. And I just love that paint job, and the suspension thing is kind of neat. I like lowriders. I'm wondering if they ever will put this out again. Maybe with some flame paint or something like that would be nice. I mean, it's definitely a hot rod. Maybe not a Jesse James thing, but just a different livery, right? I think that would be cool. So naturally, the out of scale thing I think might bother a lot of people. If scale doesn't matter to you, then this is I think a good one to pick up. It was pretty cheap on eBay. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next hot rod or lowrider video.